Hey there, this is Rajat here from StartupFrat. Welcome to this video. How are you doing? I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video. I got a lot of questions, comments, and emails saying, asking me a couple of doubts. So I just wanted to clear the doubts in this particular video. Okay, so just put out your notepads, and pens, and put on your seat belts. Okay, so the questions were very simple. Why do you say that putting posts on Facebook will not get me business? Because I am getting business. That's awesome. Why do you say that putting posts on Facebook is only one step? Because, hey, I can always call them, I can always messenger them, I can always WhatsApp them or whatever. That is also true. Yeah, so I'd just like to clarify all of the observations and comments. Okay, so what really happens in a customer acquisition journey is something called the demand generation model. Okay, just understand this thing. Demand generation model. Okay, understanding this one model has personally made me crores of rupees. And if you know my history, in spite of having a medical doctor's degree and no MBA whatsoever, yeah, in my quest to learn sales and marketing, customer behavior with regards to money, I very soon found myself, partnering up with a team of people to found a startup which was operating in 3 countries: Philippines, India, and Silicon Valley. And my mentor at the time, the CEO of the company, he had this understanding of how do you actually create a predictable format of getting customers. Okay, and the format is this: the first time you ever see a product or service. Okay, so let me just simplify that. Your customer is basically sitting inside a train on the window seat, and the train is moving at 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, and your business is outside, either on the road or in the market or on the platform where the train passes through at 100 kilometers an hour. Okay, now you could be the best possible business in the world, like a restaurant with the best possible cuisine in the world, like a mobile phone store with the best possible offers, in the world. But when the customer passes by at 100 kilometers an hour, okay, you will not be able to, whatever you do at that particular step, you will not be able to convince them to pull the chain, stop the train, get off the train, and buy a product from you. First inquire about the product, then decide, okay, this is how much I should pay. And then if the price matches, I think this is a good price, then actually buy it from you. Regardless of how cool you are, what a coolest cat and everything you are, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so it is very, very difficult to get a first impression, okay, and then sell to the customer, because the customer is in a moving train. What is this moving train? This moving train is the cell phone. Okay, and they're constantly looking into this phone thing, and this thing is always moving. Yeah, WhatsApp always moving, newer and newer messages coming up in the WhatsApp groups. Facebook always moving, boom, boom, boom. Has it ever happened to you that you click on a Facebook video which you find interesting? It takes you to the Facebook video library. You keep watching the video, the second or the third video in the sequence, and then it automatically reboots and it brings you back to your home screen. Yeah, so these algorithms are built to refresh every 10 to 15 seconds in order to keep grabbing your attention with something new. Okay. Let me ask you this very simple question. Why is it that all of this information, which is all the sales, marketing, money information, is already on YouTube? Why is it that you are not a billionaire yet? Okay, all the health information in the world, how to lose fat, how to gain muscle, how to eat healthy, is already on YouTube. Why haven't you developed a six-pack yet? Yeah, the reason is because whenever you see anything for the first time, or even probably the second time, you never ever take a decision, and that distance between the impression and the decision. Yeah, I'll make an eye over here. This is a human eye, okay, and this is a financial decision. The distance has been growing wider and wider. Yeah, because too much confusion, too much content, the customer is always looking into that little window, which is the cell phone, and everything inside that window is moving at 100 kilometers per hour. You could be the coolest cat in the whole world, and you will not be able to convince a customer the first time they see you. Okay, the first time they see you, you'll not be able to convince a customer. We have a lot of, in our academy segment, we have a lot of financial advisors. We have a lot of real estate brokers and advisors. We have a lot of multi-level marketing agents, and they are now starting to understand this funda That why is it when you call a person for the first time and you ask them, hey, do you want to make money? They say, yeah. And when you go to their house and present your business plan or your mutual fund plan or your real estate investment deal, why do most people say, yeah, say no? That's because there's too much noise in the head, okay? That all the noise in their head is just basically, caused by the cell phone, and they keep looking into the cell phone. It's 100 kilometers per hour is moving, right? So the distance between the impression and the decision is wider than ever. It's wider than ever. People are not taking decisions in 1 meeting, 2 meetings, 3 meetings, etc. Okay, which brings me back to marketing cost. Marketing cost. The way decision taking happens is, let us say the first time you meet a customer or you call a customer or they see you somewhere, let us say they come to your website or they see you on Facebook, you grabbed something called their attention. You grabbed something called their attention. Okay, now the attention does not mean that there is interest. Okay, you look at a lot of stuff on Instagram, it is attention, but is there interest? I guess not. I hope not, right? So Instagram, for example, is built to garner attention, but does that also mean interest? The answer is no. There needs to be a way to convert attention into interest, and the platform, which could be Facebook, does not take the responsibility of converting attention into interest. You have to take that responsibility as a business owner, okay? And then the interest has to be converted into desire. I'm interested in it. I say, are you interested in making money? Yes. Can I come out to your house? Yes. By the time you show up, show your business plan, whatever, mutual fund, they're not interested because they have interest, but they don't have desire. They have interest, but they don't have desire. What happens when you show your product and they say, well, that is great. That's very interesting. I want to take it definitely interests me and I'm very desirous of doing this. But let me come back to you later when I talk to my Mamaji's son's father-in-law, because he has also done something like this. I want to check with him first. Okay, let me come back to you after 3 days, 4 days, 7 days after I've done my YouTubing, Googling, Amazoning, whatever it is, and they never come back to you. Yeah, what happens is that desire has to be converted into commitment. Okay, commitment. What is commitment? Commitment is either an advance payment or a full payment. How do you gather commitment? They have to put their money where their mouth is. Yeah, put your money where your mouth is. That is commitment. Okay, so attention, interest, desire, and commitment. Okay, I didn't invent this model. It was invented in 1840s in America by some guy. Okay, so attention, interest, desire, and commitment. Now, what Facebook does is it reduces the cost of getting attention. Very simple. You will buy a database for, let us say, 4,000 rupees. And it will have, let us say, 10,000 records, 20,000, 50,000 records. That is 4,000 rupees gone. Then you will pay an employee 20,000 rupees a month, which is about 100 rupees an hour. And in about 8 hours of work or 10 hours of work, which is 1,000 rupees, they will make 70 phone calls. Out of these 70 phone calls, you will probably get the attention or the interest of maybe 7 people. Okay, maybe 7 people. So every piece of interest or desire, interest or attention is costing you, let's say 150 rupees per 150 rupees. Okay, so you paid a lump sum of 4,000 and then you're paying 150 rupees every time somebody picks up the phone and says, yes, that would interest me. Okay, 1 in 3 of these appointments will actually happen because they get cancelled, postponed, whatever, right? So 1 in 3 of these appointments actually end up happening. So you're paying roughly 300 rupees only to get a person who will, or actually 450 bucks only to get a person who will actually attend a meeting. The cost that you spend going to meet them in your car or bike, or the waste of time that you have to do in order to get that meeting, and the 1 hour meeting that you spend in their house is all other wasted money. I won't even get into that. Let us say your target income, your personal target income is 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so your basically rate per hour is 500 rupees. You spend 1 hour going to their house, 1 hour sitting in their house, 1 hour coming back from their house. You just spent 1,500 rupees. So what is the cost of every sales meeting? Is 1,500 plus 450. Okay, equals roughly 2,000 rupees. Okay, 1 in 5 of these meetings will result in a sale. That means to get a sale, you're spending 10,000 rupees. Okay, now if you could somehow reduce the cost of getting attention and interest, okay, this whole thing would become worthwhile for you. This whole thing would become worthwhile for you. Right now, if you spend 10,000 rupees selling to a customer, getting them into your multi-level marketing scheme or whatever it is, and they don't end up working, then all this 10,000 rupees is a waste. You can sponsor them all you want, okay? Or if they buy a mutual fund, but they spend only 5,000 rupees in that mutual fund, you don't make 10,000 rupees in commission. So it's a waste of money. If you're selling a product, if you're a business owner, let's say you're an architect, you go to somebody's house, show them the presentation, show them the different options, and they don't sign up with you, or they sign up with you for a very small amount, only tiles. Let me just हमारे घर की tiles करा दो, 1.5 lakh rupees. You don't even carry a profit of 10,000 rupees in a deal of 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs. Okay, so all your time in life is getting wasted, right? So the only thing that Facebook does, it reduces the cost of your attention and interest. It will say instead of 150 bucks, you will get it from us at 50 paise or 1 rupee. Does that mean that you will suddenly start making money? No, unless you have this other machinery built in, you will still not make money. So just because you get cheaper impressions, okay, if you still have these people, where is the biggest cost going? It's not in the database. The biggest cost is having somebody, paying them 20,000 rupees a month, which could be a social media manager or whatever you have, paying them 20,000 rupees a month to deal with all these people, get you the meetings, and the rest of the spend stays the same. You're still paying, instead of 10,000 rupees, you'll probably be paying 9,000 rupees per customer acquisition. Okay, so Facebook will not work for you, right? So what you need to do is you need to have a system which converts attention to interest, interest to desire, and desire to commitment. Okay, you could do a lot of this manually, having your own social media manager, your own telecallers, your own salespeople, or you yourself doing all of these things. Okay, but unless you have figured out how much it costs you to acquire a customer this way, and is there a better way to reduce the overall cost of doing this, you will not be profitable. And not only that, in the lockdown, they will not even allow you to operate. What is the government saying? You are a social hazard. If you keep your shop open, you are a social hazard. Okay, so if you're a small business owner, brick and mortar, or you're a reseller business owner, like you're a multi-level marketer, mutual fund salesman, real estate broker or agent, and this interests you, then I would like you to invite you to meet our community member Sachin, who had a travel agency business, but in the middle of the lockdown, he changed his entire business model of acquiring customers, and he pretty much was able to automate a lot of it using a little secret that we teach in our academy program, which is called selfie video. Okay, selfie video. Now, this selfie video is not the kind of selfie video that you make for Instagram. Hey man, guess what we are doing? This is my travel agency, please come over. We don't do that. But there is a way in which we format all of these videos and create a system where where these videos go out, and on your behalf, they get the attention, they convert it to interest, they convert it to desire. And then there will be a certain point when you do have to come in, and the customer will definitely ask you a couple of questions before they pay you a lakh of rupees or whatever it is, right? So if you would like to meet with Sachin and get to understand from him how it's going to work, then we're going to have a live session with him. It's going to be free for Hangout members. So if you're watching this in the Hangout, it's free for you. Then what I want you to do is go below this video and comment, loop me in. Okay, loop me in. We're going to have it in the next couple of days, and you can also meet Sachin in our 6 a.m. club, so I'll let you know where to find him and everything. But just write loop me in, and that way, we'll run a promo where you'll have all the details of the YouTube, Facebook Live and everything, and you'll be able to tune in. Now, if you're watching this video on YouTube or anywhere else than the Hangout, then all the action is in the Hangout, okay? So if you would like to join our Hangout, which is 20,000 plus professionals, club level membership, free content and training, then just head over to startupfrat.club/Facebook and apply to join our Hangout, okay? Just apply to join our Hangout, and the membership is free right now, but we usually charge 150 rupees a month to be in the Hangout, okay? I'll see you, bye-bye.